For anyone with student debt or about to take on debt, the last few months have been confusing. President Biden announced a plan to forgive up to $20,000 in student loans. It was later placed on hold, and last week a court temporarily blocked things from going forward. So what does that mean exactly? And is there anything you should be doing in the meantime? Amanda Christensen is here to catch us up to speed. Great to see you.
Good to be here.
I was telling you during the commercial break, this particular situation doesn't apply to me right now. I've been listening with half an ear, but even I feel totally head scratch confused about all of this. There's a lot of what ifs, but summarize who would qualify and for what exactly?
So the plan cancels up to $10,000 of student loan debt for folks, individuals making less than $125,000 a year, or households making less than $250,000 a year. Now, Pell Grant recipients receive up to $20,000 of loan forgiveness, which is where you see that higher number come in. So to find out what you qualify for or where, you can check your eligibility through the Department of Education's website.
And things are in limbo right now, as I said and described. So should you still fill out an application?
You can still apply at studentaid.gov. And I'll tell you, a lot of folks that I've talked to are actually being contacted by studentaid.gov without having to fill out an application. Essentially an email saying, we've got you, you're in the system, no need to fill it out. But if you haven't been contacted by them by now, I would fill out the application, which you certainly can do even though things are in limbo.
So that's your recommendation. Fill out the application if you haven't already been reached out to. That's interesting. There has been a payment pause on federal loans for quite some time. Do we anticipate that pause to continue?
It'll continue through the end of this year, but we are very certain student loan payments and interest will start accruing on federal student loan debt come January. So for the first time in a couple of years, will be required.
Thanks for the clarity. Thanks for putting those puzzle pieces into place for us as it stands now. And while there's not a lot that we for certain know, let's talk about what else people can be doing in the meantime. You say really smart to prep for repayment.
Yes, so you may qualify for loan forgiveness, but keep in mind whatever you owe beyond that will still need to be repaid. So it's time to start thinking about, what does my discretionary spending look like? Could I pay myself that payment in November and December into a savings account to try to just get used to what it feels like to be without that money?
So put that money aside. You recommend?
Yeah, put it aside. And then in January, it's ready to be paid.
It's ready. If someone isn't a natural when it comes to budgeting, do you have any good sources that someone in this situation might access to help them stay on track, get on track?
Sure, I have a great team that teaches weekly free budgeting classes for women, by women type of a feel.
Love it.
And I'm also teaching hacks for helping women with budgeting at Pinners on Saturday mornings.
Great.
So I'd love to see people
take a class. There's something too about, I think, that in-person conversation. We can read as much as we want about a topic like finances, but to really flesh it out and talk it over with someone in that learning environment, that safe environment, I think would be really helpful. Watch for scams. That's something else you caution.
Yeah, so we've already seen people pretending to be the studentaid.gov, emailing you saying, Brooke, pay me some money and I'll fill out your application for you, or making it sound really urgent, or anything like that we've seen it already. Something to watch out for and talk about.
Let's tick through the red flags. Urgency.
Yes, so they're saying you got to respond right now or you're going to miss it.
What else?
That's a red flag. Emailing you or calling you asking for your sensitive information, a social security number, an address, a birthday, everything someone would need to then open an account in your name. Those are the big ones that are never going to happen. That's never going to be a legitimate ask.
Your final piece of advice is to take advantage of time, which we have a little bit more of right now.
A little bit more. So if you're in a situation where you're going to still be owing on student loans come January, even after forgiveness comes through, you have this ability right now to knock out some of that principal balance and then not pay interest on, whatever you can knock out before January is still in that 0% interest range. So it would be nice if you could knock out some principal balance.
So make those extra payments if you can.
Yes.
All right. Amanda, thank you so much. USU Extension sponsors a cool website to help as well.
Yeah, powerpay.org, you can get on there for free and just punch in your numbers and see where you're at. What does an extra payment towards my debt do for me really in the long run? It's pretty motivating.
Yeah, to see what that looks like.
It's really great.
All right, another quick note, there's another program that a lot of loans count on for financial help.
Yeah, the FAFSA, the application for federal student aid opened in October, on October 1st. So now would be the time to be applying for federal student aid that you'd be taking 2023-2024 school year.
Got it.
That's just happening right now.
This is your window.
Well, yep.
All right, where can we go to find more advice?
UtahMoneyMoms.com, and come see our booth at Pinners on Friday and Saturday, and I'm teaching on Saturday. But
fantastic, and we will link all of these resources. We threw out quite a few for you on our website, studio5.ksl.com.